Impressive. Getting started here soon. Alright, we're just starting to get formed up, so it's going to be a few minutes. We'll just hang out in the meantime. I've already pre-cleared trash to Balnazar, so we should be able to just kind of jump right in. I'm going to be running Saber tonight. For all bosses except Council. And Mason, I think. I might change my mind on Beast, but I'm not sure yet. It depends on the strat that we do. Beastmaster. Can someone check the trash that's in there? See if it's still good. Is anyone inside right now? We're good. We're just waiting. What's his name? Should be pulling, or at least getting started in like 5 minutes or so here. I'm gonna go grab some water. Be right back. Be right back. Right. Do you delete your old one? No, Foji, sorry. Purdue. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
About 60 miles.
Alrighty, we're getting to going. So this is a GSPP, GFPP, do a frozen rune. Juju Ember, Elixir of Demon Slaying. And we're gonna do 3-meter. Trophic. On 3-meter. Correct. Make sure that this works. And rotation is basically going to be SND from HAT on pre-pull. We're going to PK, which will apply occult and a trophic directly into a CT. And that should be good. That should be the three needed for the 2-piece. And then Saber will end up being the third, essentially. But we need that first snap. So I think we're good. One thing I need to try to remember to do today is when he goes up in the air for P2 to keep PK occult on the boss. So that'll be interesting.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I gotta fix something actually. Come on. Rogue UI. Primary. Rupture. Load. Well-known. Rupture. But I don't. Why is CT not showing up? Trying to see if I can fix this before we get going here. So Crimson Tempest should show up if spell known. Just gonna try to do this before we get going here. Why is Perfect not flying? Gonna put Sebaceous on. I don't know why it's not applying the debuff, so I'll just put Sebaceous on. Let me figure out why this is not spell known cut to the chase. I don't have cut to the chase on. Crimson Tempest. Season Discovery, Rogue, Spell Known, Crimson Tempest, not Spell Known, cut to the chase. What's happening right now? Brother. Why is this not working? This is why. There it is. Okay, I had a condition in there. I forgot about that. Alright, let's see how this goes. Whew. Okay. It's gonna be kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to like target the boss during the air phase just to see where the occult stacks are. I don't know how good this is gonna be. Alright, we're good to go. Are you comfy? Yes. Fairly comfortable. What's the bar under your skills from? Bar under skills. You mean my runes? Down here? If so, that's a Foji weak aura. It's also kind of not that important, and I should probably just get rid of it, because I always just check my pain anyway. But that's what it is.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can I not? Oh, my bars are a little jacked up. Some lag or something. My stacks dropped. Yeah, they did. That's gross. So this boss, I mean, obviously, it could play better. That's fine. So it's viable, right? Like you could play Saber. We're talking so much on comms, Jesus Christ. Saber is fine. It's probably fine to play. Probably. It requires so much maintenance on this particular boss that I don't think you should play it. Just play Muty. Just play Muty. Worth it. It's not worth it. Also, I think my Seb. Oh my god, dude, my stuff is so jacked up. This is really annoying. 1 second. Cast waste stream ability equip. My PK swap does not seem to be working. Okay, well, I figured out why my DPS was bad. Jesus, dude. So, we're not going to get a good idea as far as what the damage output was, because I for sure still had all my other crap on. Trying to do too much at once. That's crazy. Anyways. I have the right gear on now, that's cool. Jesus. Sanity, man. But I do want to see if I can get this thing to work, so let's find out here. Okay. So now, well, that's a couple weeks maybe. Guild could not kill Beast Lord last night. I'm interested to see how it is with the changes to it. Jeez. This is crazy. Oh my god. Holy cow, I'm getting fucking triggered. Holy crap. My PK swap macro is not working. Which is problematic when it comes to trying to play Saber. Because the whole rotation is based around a PK swap. Alright. Yeah, sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat that much. So when you run IEA, sorry. Basically, when you're running IEA, you'll swap a different offhand weapon and put Sebaceous on it, so you can open the pull with a PK, which immediately applies Sebaceous, and then swaps to your normal weapon, which does not have Sebaceous, and then you expose. I'm trying to explain it to Cuddles, but he's not understanding what I'm asking. Yeah, I'm getting annoyed here. Alright. Alright, I'm probably just gonna have to run backstab, to be honest, if I can't get this to work, because it's not worth playing if I can't do the rotation properly, which really sucks, because that was the whole point of playing. That one worked. What the hell? No, what? I bet I know. I know it's. I bet it's getting overridden. I bet it's getting overridden and it's not staying on the target. Is that possible? The fact that it cancels my crap is really annoying. It's just an optimization thing of having maximum uptime, yeah. But the way that I get feared right into this stuff, aren't I? The way that Saber works is that you need to get a PK swap, so you get 2 poisons up immediately. Okay, well, I can just use Sebaceous. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I think what's happening is I was using Trophic, whatever, and it's getting overridden by something else. But instead of just like existing and not being valued, it's just off. Like it's just gone. So I don't know, man. DC. Anyways, the way that this works, why are we not interrupting stuff? Crazy, man. The way that it works with this in particular is you will open with a PK, have a second applied, and then that applies 2 poisons immediately. You open with a 1 to 2 CP Crimson Tempest, there's your 3, so then you get your 2-piece stack here for another 60% damage, and you can open up, and it's Snapshot. Your initial Saber is Snapshot applied by MOS, Master Subtlety, which is like another 10% or whatever. So you only care about that second poison being applied for the first 15 seconds. But regardless, on that boss in particular, I don't really know that I would recommend playing Saber. Frame rate's really bad in here, man. Holy cow. Down to like 30 frames per second. That's wild. I can show you the macro. Well, let me do this trash real quick and I'll show you the macro. Puddles, I figured it out. Nah, you're good, you're good. That's the macro. So essentially all it's doing is just casting your Waste Rune ability, which would be Poison Knife, and then it's equipping my Best in Slot offhand. So it'll cast the ability, which has PK, which is PK, but I'll have this weapon equipped, which is a weapon I don't use, with the second poison on it. It'll cast it, which applies that poison, and because I'm using Deadly Brew, it'll apply Occult, so that's 2 poisons, and then it'll weapon swap immediately. So then I end up with 2 poisons right away, and my weapon. So you can do the same thing with IEA, and that creates the 100% Sebaceous or 100% exposed armor uptime, which is the most important thing for you. Alright, let's try this again. So, Beatrix is a little bit different. You have PPGHPP, Frozen Rune, Juju Ember, I'll do that now. And that's pretty much it. I mean, just killing ads. So, I'm intentionally running Saber on this boss. I would not recommend that for most people. Because it's going to be kind of useless during the ad phase. I'm doing it because I want to prioritize boss damage just to get a feel for what it looks like. I would probably just run Backstab or Mutilate for this. I would not recommend Mutilate or IEA any longer once you get 2-piece. Sure, I'm good here. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, this boss was nerfed into the ground, so yes, it's all in the compendium. If you go to the Rogue Classic Rogue disc, I can drop a link in a little bit here. So in between these pulls, you can swap. This is a good IEA tip. I have a macro for weapon swapping, like to actually swap your weapons to your Sebaceous weapon, and do it in between trash pulls. Like if you're gonna have downtime, it's not gonna be a wasted GCD. Like right here, swap weapons, and then you can PK swap, have immediate uptime the next time one spawns like this. If you want to. Saber sucks balls on this. Good.
Cavalry waves.
¿Dónde está? There they are. He's ice blocked. Crazy. Alright, boss is up. Now here we go. So I messed up the opener there. It's not a huge deal, but just to note that I did mess that up. Boss. Yeah, so I think this will actually be okay. Yeah, I think this will actually be okay. Once it feels a little bit better. I think it'll actually be fine. Like you can see I caught up pretty quickly here. So if the ad damage doesn't matter, or like once Warcraft Logs comes up with their rules for this, and they say like, hey, ads don't count into the parse, Saber should actually be quite good, because all you care about is the boss, and the boss damage was actually good. You saw I went from 27 to 8 fairly quickly, and that was on a scuffed pull. So I think that'll actually be pretty good. Okay. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Again, this is my first time playing Saber, like actually playing new Saber. So I think that'll be fine. Is there a world that the Storm Shroud Phantom Knives AoE spam is viable here? No. No, there's not enough ads. And realistically, the ads don't matter. I know first week it seemed like that was the case, but yeah. What offhand are you using for Saber? Currently, I'm using Dagger of Veiled Shadows. Whew. Alright. Starting to calm down. A little stressed out for a while there. There's just a lot going on. And I'm trying to learn how to do this at the same time. I just gotta get comfortable with it. That was good though. It started to feel a little bit better there. Yeah. But the rotation, honestly, is not, like, that complex. It's just not forgiving. That's all. So. What bag mod? Better Bags. This is Better Bags. It's the successor to... It's a successor to Addy Bags. Oh, this lag is really bad, man. Holy cow. Also, don't run Saber on trash. Just swap to Backstab or Mutilate for trash. Don't bother running it on... I wasn't even looking to see what I died to, honestly. I mean, everyone died. I'll just give them a second. I was reading chat when I died. Is it too late for someone who tanks jump in the SoD? You might have trouble jumping in as a tank. I'd probably recommend, like, finding... There's a lot of casual guilds. I'd recommend finding a casual guild and then expressing your interest in tanking. But you'll probably have to DPS a bit first. Like, until you get geared enough to tank. And then you can do it. But gearing is really quick, especially if you have a guild kind of carrying you and getting you to that point. So I don't think you might not want to jump right into tanking. That would be difficult. And I don't know that anyone would take you, but yeah. I'd recommend trying to do that. As far as... Hold on. I'm getting you a link. Hold on. There's the link to the compendium. That has all the information that you need. And then I'm on the Classic Rogue Discord, like, every day, all day, every day. So, like, feel free to ask any questions. But that should have everything that you need. Alright. $50 prop Alien ST, stopped, started back up. Yeah, you could, I mean, you could definitely do it. I would just find a guild, right? That's gonna be your best shot. Find a guild that you know, you can relate to, that will invest in you. That's gonna be the fastest way. You will have the best time doing that.
5, 4,
My recommendation.
3, 2, 1.
No problem.
About 60 miles.
Alright, we'll see how this goes. The problem with this boss and where my concern around Saber is here is that he dies fairly quickly. He dies pretty quickly, and I don't think the debuffs carry over. If they did, it would be a good fight, but I don't think they do. So you have to reapply Saber, which means you can only really snapshot it properly once. You know. So we'll see how it goes. I'll try it. It's good to get some data at least. Okay, let's try to do this one a little bit cleaner. Again, this is for me. This is all just practice, and get the data in. All right. All right. Fingers crossed that this goes well. Well, I mean, we'll see. I just got to keep practicing until it's just second nature. BFPP, Frozen Rune, Juju. Shadow Step is useful, but I'll just Rocket Boost because I'm playing this. All right, let's see if we can do this. Let's see how this goes. I mean, just gotta practice, get my reps in.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Please. Okay. That was me. Bye.
Interrupt.
Drop that one right on the raid. Trying to watch other crap. So the problem that I'm seeing, you gotta bring those back over.
Interrupt.
The only problem that I'm seeing is when he goes up, you lose your stacks, and that's hurtful. That's a problem. I mean, the damage is good. It's just I could do more damage if I was not running Saber. Yeah, see, immediately when it goes up, you lose your stacks. Tarnish breath. You don't wanna get under that. Yep. The fuck? Be good actually. I will say the transition from UD to Saber, to play it well, it requires a bit, right? It just requires a bit of attention. Which will be fine as things go on. It's just, it's a little tough to have that when strats are still kind of janky and early on. Have to see. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go do Beastmaster here. 1. Okay. All right. You're gonna talk for a minute. I'm gonna try something crazy on this boss. I'll probably mess it up, but I'm gonna try. Beastmaster. We're about to pull Beastmaster. Fourth boss. Fourth boss. No, we just started. We one-shot the first 3. Wait, no, did we? No, we wiped up trash. Yep, we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try some stuff here.
Berserk soon.
Immune.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm stunned. This positioning sucks. I don't know why we pulled that when we weren't ready. Yeah, we're just experimenting with some stuff. Like we could just kill this. I mean, we did last week, but we're trying some strats here to see if we can find something. I think a lot of people are just not listening. So we'll see. We'll see if people adjust, we'll say. Alright. How hard is this versus Nax? It's much more difficult than Nax. Much more difficult. But I just lost my score pock. Sucks. Is it strat-wise harder or DPS checks? Both. Both. I mean, it's just objectively harder. And it's not, I mean, it's not insanely hard or anything. It's doable. I mean, 20 men is insanely hard currently. But if you just bring 40 people and send it, it's not horrible.
Summon.
But we're trying to figure out a way to do this boss where we can just stack the whole time. Enclave. $31. Alright. Yeah, if we can figure out how to do this strat in a way that we can reproduce consistently, it's gonna be pretty nice. Alright. Alright. Let's try this again here. Alright, let's see, I don't know, see if I can do this again this time. Hopefully the positioning is a little bit better. We'll see. We'll see, you know? Got that on. We're good there. The lag is a little rough tonight, dude. Alright, let's give it a go. Jesus Christ. We killed this last
5,
week.
4,
Or we one-shot it,
3,
but we're trying something different
2,
here.
1.
What was it? Wild Fisher. The problem is with this strat, we are. So what just happened there is he dropped the Wild Fisher on the ground, which is like the bears thing, I think. Because the other one is like an ignite trap, but he drops like a trap on the ground. The problem is, like, see how we're all stacked together? You can't see anything. Like, you literally just can't see anything. So, like, it immediately just one-shots everybody. So I don't know how we're actually gonna deal with that, trying to do this strat. It's interesting. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah, the lag has been not great. Some people it's really bad, like unplayable. For me, it's enough to throw off timing, which is annoying. But yeah. Are we running back or no? I'm gonna put an air horn on Enervate, which is the thing that just killed us. Or no, wait, no it's not. Well, actually this is fine too. Fine. I don't know if we actually have. There's a stomp. I guess Bigwigs doesn't have that particular one yet. Okay, try that again.
Summon.
Let's try this again. Ooh, making a couple small tweaks here. If we can figure this out, though, this is going to make things so much nicer. So much nicer. I don't know how we get around that particular thing, though. It's like, I mean, you just can't see anything at all. We'll see. Okay, try this again. Okay, well, I have no S&D going into this, but... Okay. Trying to maintain stacks here, but... Trying to keep 2 stacks up, and it's not going too well here. Yeah, this will work. I don't think I'm going to run Saber on this, though. Well, maybe I could actually run Saber, but I would want to do it in a way that's a bit different. Okay. Cool. We're gonna go do Mason now, so I'm gonna actually swap to backstab for this. Our tanks were messing that up. That's the problem. So we'll just have to fix it. Fine. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh, I gotta change my runes. Yeah. Good now. Let's put... Okay. There we go. All right, now to switch gears and try to get back into backstab mode here. Why can I not cast? Oh, I'm disarmed. That'll do it. Pass. Don't want any of it. Alright, cool. So now we're gonna do Mason. I'm playing backstab on this boss. Good bursty burst damage. Alright. Good thing is I get some practice in while we're doing trash on rotation stuff. Mason is going to be GFPP Frozen Rune, Juju Ember, GSP. We're going to reset this boss too. How does the stream look today? I cleaned things up a little bit. They were all jacked up yesterday. Frame rate, quality seem okay. I mean, there's some raid frame rate stuff, but right now I'm 140 frames. Alright, so we're gonna pull and reset. There's my Dream Eater. Here it is. Spacious. Cool. Alright. Let's do this again here. I'm just gonna practice a little bit.
Five, four,
Guard yourself.
curse.
Fire at will.
Why are we going that way though? Like this is... I don't like that. I don't like that movement. But at least he's closer to the dock. This is better than last time. Okay, so FAP does not... Make sure. FAP does not keep the slow from going. Yeah. Cool. Confirmed. That's good at least.
Interrupt.
We're just waiting.
Curse. Yeah, just grab one more CP. Good, thank you. Fine, I have 4 CP, it's not a big deal. Five, four, three, two, one.
On your guard.
Lag?
at will.
Holy cow. Server lag. The lag was gnarly. Whole raid just server lagged out. That's crazy.
Curse.
Fire!
Interrupt. Interrupt. Curse. Interrupt.
More server lag. This lag is nuts, man.
Fire at will.
Curse.
Fire!
Interrupt. Curse.
6.1k. It's not bad for a lot of lag and not great play. Could have been worse, but yeah, that was backstab. Backstab is very good on that fight. Highly recommend. I already got it. Lord, that's a lot of ads.
AOE chant.
Something hitting me? Okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm glad that I'm getting a chance to kind of experiment a little bit here. I mean, I've mostly just played Mutilate for the last like 3 phases or whatever, so being able to come in here and learn the fights at the same time as trying to play specs that I'm not comfortable with, So far, so good. I was thinking for Beastmaster, like what I was trying to do there, and I mean, I didn't do it very well because I got to get more comfortable with the spec, and then there's some lag stuff. But I think what I was trying to do was to keep up the Saber dot on both. Second. On this stuff. I was trying to keep Saber dots up on both ads, both bosses. I think it might. It's hard to say if it's because I'm just not great at Saber yet, or the lag, or if it's actually just better to just accept that you're going to be single targeting. And then that's that, right? Like single target and just sit on it. I gotta repair. Single target and then you just blade flurry, right? It was a lot to keep up with the mechanics and trying to keep Occult and Saber up on both bosses at the same time, while also making sure that your positioning is good. So I don't know that I would do that again when I could just face roll, mutilate, or even just play Queen's Fall with backstab or something, right? Like that's kind of where my head is at currently, but I'd like to go back and look at the logs and kind of get a better feel for what that looks like. Next, we're going to be doing Council, which means I stay backstab, because I am going to be on interrupt duty this whole fight, I'd imagine. Which means my parse will be really, 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 really bad, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Are we supposed to LOS this guy? Like... Anyways, I wanted to check something. Mason. Scarlet, Enclave, Mason. Mason the Echo. Abilities. Idle Force. What's the curse? Drowning Shallows. Affects curse. If the target is not dispelled, the target will drown. Okay. We're gonna go do council now. I am crossing my fingers. I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually be prioritized to get Queen's Fall. If it does drop, probably not, because I think they'll probably give it to Warriors first, if I had to guess. But we'll see. See. It's a massive deal for Rogue. One, because of the set bonus, of course, but the impact it has on being able to do rotation upkeep is I mean, it's extremely important. So we'll see. We'll see. Be worried about it. Oh, we gotta do... Yeah, okay. Okay. Getting used to the way that I've got this set up is interesting too. Because my finishers, like the keybinds on my finishers, are different based on what spec I'm playing. Throw me off pretty easily. How long do you think it'll take Blizzard to Omega nerf bosses? Well, it's already happened for 1 and 2. So I'd say over the next week, we'll see bosses 3 through 5 nerfed. Next probably 1 to 2 weeks to see 3 through 5 in total. And then another 1 to 2 weeks after that. I think what they're doing is essentially artificial gating of difficulty to make sure that the raid lasts longer. I think that's really all that's happening here. Instead of tuning their, they've probably got these changes ready at this point. They just don't want to pull the trigger on them. So, yeah, I don't know. Give it a couple weeks and it'll be nerfed up through Beastmaster and Mason. And then another couple weeks after that, it'll be nerfed through Lillian. Council. And Calderon doesn't need a nerf. It's already a fairly simple fight. Although the DPS check probably will need to be nerfed for dad guilds on Calderon. So that's probably it though. Nothing else in that fight needs to be nerfed. All right, let me get my stuff set up here. Gracious. Okay, lot of mobs. I'm stuck at the door. I can't see anything. Literally nothing. It was awful. Where in the world are my soapy grapes? So bad. Soul DHPP, we're gonna do a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. That should be fine. And I'm actually going to be doing IEA on this, so... Shimmy, shimmy. My DPS does not matter here whatsoever. I'm just going to be on Vicious the whole time. Both my guilds are struggling hard on Beastlord and Mason. Hope it's soon. Yeah. I think honestly most guilds are like that, right? I mean, we're not by any means like steamrolling. Like, we have people dying and stuff, and we're 31 manning this, and we're one of the top guilds in the game. So it's clearly overtuned. Which is intentional. I mean, there's no world where it's not intentional. So, the thing. I don't even think it's a bad thing if they were to frame it in that way. If they were to come out and say, hey, we're gonna make, the 20-man kill as like a milestone, right? It's like they're telling me what to do. Okay, yeah, I'm just on Vicious the whole fight, so that's fine. What I think they should do is be more transparent and vocal about it, and essentially say, hey, we are balancing this raid at pre-bis, so Nax geared, to be doable by a group of 40 players, and even that, I think the tuning is probably a little bit high at the moment for most guilds. So we're going to dial back the tuning a bit. We're going to have the raid drop more loot, and the intent is for 20-man to be a milestone that you could accomplish by the end of the phase. If they were to do that, this would have been received way, way more positively. The problem is they didn't do that, and they've just been really quiet about it, and that, this is just transparency 101, right? Underlying values change, you got to communicate that externally, because people are just going to assume that you're incompetent, which is not the case, right? Like, they know what's going on. They have the data, they see it. Very easy to see. Yeah. My opinion. Why can't I click this? Am I lagging? I'm not gonna bother with like full consumes here because it doesn't matter. Alright. So we got a cult, we got Sebaceous. And I'm gonna be interrupting every single peeled secrets. Dodge fire tornadoes and yellow on the ground. Other than that, it's up to the rest of the raid to get the kill. I'm just gonna be doing my thing. Quick feedback. Last time, Vicious was tanked where we are right now, and it was actually kind of nice because we could just sidestep on this platform for the fire tornadoes. Yeah, that was good. Alright, peeled secrets. Number one priority, peeled secrets. Interrupt every single one. Go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's like so bad now. It's insanity.
Interrupt. 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 Blades. Clear. Interrupt. Interrupt.
God, those hammers are nasty. I mean, they don't do a ton of damage, but like, whew,
Interrupt.
they help on next interrupt.
Blades. Clear. Interrupt. Interrupt. Blades.
Help on next interrupt.
Clear. Interrupt. 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 Blades. Clear. Interrupt.
Now we're just waiting. We basically just sit here and do nothing this whole time now.
Blades. Interrupt. Interrupt. Interrupt.
I'm starting to hate you.
That knockback is nasty.
Interrupt. Interrupt. Blades. Clear. Interrupt.
You can just kind of jump along the side here and not get the...
Interrupt. Blades.
We're just chilling,
Clear.
hanging out. Not really doing too
Interrupt.
much. I ate part of that one. They're just finishing Dawn and then we can start.
Interrupt.
Careful there.
Blades. Clear.
Alright, they just gotta finish up Dawn and then... we're gonna wipe.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Alright, we'll kill next one. I think, I mean, again, like I mentioned
Interrupt.
before, the that fight is entirely dependent on everyone else doing their job. But we didn't let any interrupts get off, or any casts get off, so it's good.
You need something? Have a good one.
We should. Quick optimization too. Noticing if we're not having myself and Cuddles on Stone at all, you're not getting a cult either. Yeah, I would keep Cuddles on the other one since I'm IA. I'll just stay on Vish. Yeah, I'm on kicks. What one is code on?
Summon.
Alright, let's try this again here.
Five, four, three,
Alright,
two,
here we go.
1.
Interrupt. Legs. Clear. Interrupt. Interrupt. Interrupt.
I got it.
Clear. Interrupt. 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 Legs. Clear. Interrupt.
Got it.
Interrupt. 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 Clear. Interrupt. Interrupt. Legs. Clear. Interrupt. 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 Legs. Clear.
Alright. Now we just wait for the raid to do their thing. Basically it.
Interrupt. Interrupt. Legs. Interrupt.
Down.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Stopping attacking,
Interrupt.
basically.
Blades. Clear. Interrupt. Interrupt. Interrupt.
We're just waiting.
Careful.
Hanging out.
Blades.
Not doing anything. Just sitting here doing nothing.
Berserk soon.
Alright. There we go. That fight is janky. Janky. Crazy fight. Give me a Queen's Fall, baby. Probably not. That's okay, though. No Queen's Fall. Chalice. Yes. Shoulder pads. Interesting. All right. Going back to Saber now. Alright, there we go. For Lillian, we're going to need GNPP, so I'll just go ahead and pop that now. GNPP, GFPP. Frozen Rune, Juju Ember. Is it the... Oh, the hailstone was the blue circle underneath. Thought I saw something under there. It was just right under barrier. I don't know why we keep pulling everything. I think it's the boomkins. The boomkins keep like star falling and pulling the whole instance. I don't know why we're continuing to use it at all. Just don't click it during trash. But is it consistently the same problem why we keep having these big pulls? and they're linked. Alrighty. We're still cruising here. Slowly but surely, but it's getting there, you know? It's getting there. I need to put Sebaceous on 3 meter. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to practice rotation a little bit before I get to the boss. It's kind of crazy having to just like swap where your head is at to go from backstab opener and rotation and like positional stuff, and then swap immediately to Saber, which has a completely different opener, different approach, awareness stuff. Good practice, at least. Good practice. All right, let's see how this goes. So for Lillian, essentially where I could get pretty screwed here is with Ignite. It could really be problematic. Because I'm playing Saber. So the goal is to play it safe with Ignite. So like once Ignite is going to go out, you want to just pre-spread, right? So you're already 2-3 yards away. 5 yards away from another player. The problem is if I get moved out of melee range, my Saber's gonna drop, and that's it. GG. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And then there's Toxin, which is just like move forever. Yeah. All right. Alright, let's try this again here. We're pulling in a second. Here we go. 20 seconds.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Move. Keep moving. AoE charge. Keep moving. Keep moving. Move.
Like, this is so crap.
Keep moving. Grasp. Grasp. Unstable armor. 2, 1. Clear. Spread. Ignite. Spread.
Watch where you're running, dudes.
Two, 1. Clear. Grasp.
Okay, so Saber falls off there. It is what it is, you know. Lag?
Move.
Oh my god, the last server lag is crazy.
Keep moving. Grasp. Keep moving.
Alright, she's dead. Fine. Crazy. Lag is wild there. Whew. Yeah, that's crazy lag right there. Oh, he has 2-piece. So I don't know why I'm doing a lot more damage. Okay. I'll try to run Saber again on this. See how it goes. It's been alright. I mean, I haven't really been playing that well. And I've been doing decent damage, I think. I mean, not amazing, but... I'm gonna pop another, what do you call it on here? Another stone. And another sebaceous. I mean, that window goes away. Anytime there's like a combat action, away. Going. That on, because this boss is like, I think our last kill is 9 minutes, so. Last boss. Let's see how this goes. 2.5 hours. Hmm. Alrighty. So we're gonna save. Oh, actually, do I want to do that? That one. Alrighty, here we go. Last boss.
Five, four, three, two, one.
God, this lag is so bad, man. This is really problematic, honestly.
Three, two, one.
Where's our tank dead?
Three, two, one.
I don't know how my stacks did not fall off there. That's crazy.
3, 2, 1.
All right, so far so good.
Three, two, one. Three, two, one. Three, two, one. Three, two, one.
Yeah, I did that early. Fine though.
Three, two, one.
Alright. There you go. That's the hardest part of the fight. Not that it's that difficult. This fight's actually not that bad. Hold on. Very cool. Cleared 2.5 hours. Not bad. Not too bad. There's your cleaver. Cool, man. Alright. So Saber wasn't that bad on that. Pretty good. I mean, there were some inefficiencies with it, and I mean, I didn't play it perfectly, of course, but overall, it wasn't that bad. And you can take good advantage of the cooldowns and stuff, so it's pretty good. Yeah, that's a clear. Take a look here. I don't know where. Oh, they're gonna do loot, so this is gonna take a little while. I was trying to see what the logs look like. Quick look here. I did alright. At 100? At a number one parse for. So these two were. Those are really bad. Let's take a look at this real quick. I already have pants. Past those. Chest. We actually don't use chests, so I'm just gonna pass on the chest because like someone else is gonna want to use that. Dust ones. Six. Pass on these. Pass on that, and can't use axes. Don't need that. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. Had a 58 on Balmazar, which makes sense. Eye counts. Sorry, Beatrix. Oh Jesus. Beatrix, I had a 448 on. Again, these two make total sense. But then where we really started playing well here, 99, 100, 99. Council, I mean, I sat there and didn't hit the boss for a very long time. So that's a 60. Lillian Voss, I expected a little more on. I gotta look back on that. And then another 100 for Calderon. So that went well. That was a good raid. Pretty clean. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, I'm gonna boot down stream, talk with the guild for a little bit on this. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I appreciate it. And as always, if you have any questions, rogue or raid related, just jump into the classic rogue disc and ask away. I will catch you guys there, and have a good night. Take it easy.